How to break ankles in NBA 2K26. You guys asked for it, now I'm here to deliver. The first thing you guys need to know is the stats, the badges, and the takeover for how to break ankles. These are actually pretty simple this year. For stats, ball handle and speed with ball, because ball handle is how well you dribble, speed with ball is how fast you dribble. Those are both gonna come into play. Badges, the only badge in 2K26 that break ankles is Ankle Assassin. It used to be true that a badge called Space Creator broke ankles. This year with Shifty Shooter, it does not pop up when you do a difficult shot. When you take an off the dribble shot and you break the ankle, if you don't shoot it, that badge is not popping up, it's not firing. That does not mean that it's not working in your favor. It just means that if everything that 2K is telling me is correct about the game, then it's not working on ankle breakers specifically. Okay, the next thing is Takeover. Now, really important. The takeover that breaks ankles is the sharpshooter take. And I know some of you guys say, oh, I've seen Joe Knows breaking ankles in Blur, or I've seen other content creators using Blur, or maybe even the Dishmaster take is actually breaking some ankles too, is helping. But here's an important thing to realize. Separating sharpshooter take, which has ankle breakers built into it, and something like Blur take, which does enhance. It enhances your ability to get ankle breakers, but it's not doing the same thing. A Waff said something to me, one of my fellow content creators, and it really stuck with me. He said that sharpshooter is basically like enabling you to get certain ankle breakers you wouldn't be able to get without it. And it's making, while all at the same time making your ankle breaker stronger. Blur is like, it is like, if there's anything to do with RNG in this game, it's like boosting that. It's like boosting your ability on the moves that already would break ankles. So if you were already naturally gonna do a crossover and get a ankle breaker or something like that up the court, and you do this move, you were gonna get more of those. It's like the sliders are more in your favor for ankle breakers, but it's not giving you different or new ankle breaker animations or something new, right? That's the main difference. Can still break more ankles with this take, right? Can still break more ankles with Dishmaster, by the way. But the takeover for breaking ankles is sharpshooter. All right, that's enough time on that. Now, the next thing is there are 3 categories for breaking ankles. The first category is light ankles, things that'll most likely result in a stun, but not necessarily dropping your defender. In this category is any crossover or behind the back move up the court, and also standstill escape moves or L2 cancel behind the backs. Let's go over the first one. My favorite move to break ankles in this category is the Luka Doncic crossover. To do this, and I have the hand cam on, all you're gonna do is while sprinting up the court, flick up into the opposite ball hand on the right stick. Boom, Luka. Boom, Luka. Boom, Luka. Really simple, breaks a lot of ankles. All of these moves, mind you, are gonna be set up by making your defender guess one way and then going the other way. Guess one way and going the other way. If your defender leans the wrong way and then you do this move, you're more likely to get the ankle breaker. Not guaranteed, but much more likely. The standstill escape move. This is how to do the Jimmy Butler standstill escape. Hold turbo, and then just gonna flick right and left, up and to the right, up and to the left, up and to the right, up and to the left. You can spam this, but you will lose adrenaline if you spam it. All right, the next move is the L2 cancel. Now, to do the L2 cancel, all you gotta do is you gotta flick up. So this is a good way to practice it. See, I'm getting this hezzy as I'm going. So I flick up on the right stick. That's a good way to practice that. Out of that, flick up on the right stick. While you're sprinting one direction, you flick up. You're gonna go down to the opposite ball hand to get a behind the back move. That's the Kobe White behind the back move. You can also do it with a Jimmy Butler, of course, escape. You can do it with any explosive move out of it. It doesn't have to just be that one, but that one I think breaks or stuns the most ankles. All right, the next category is medium ankles. These are moves that will have your defender stumble and stunned a lot. So you'll see defenders stumbling much more on medium ankles. The 2 big ones in this category are gonna be hop jumper normal 2, which is this animation right here. All you're doing is running along the 3-point line, you're holding sprint and straight down on the right stick, and you can shoot out of it. You can rhythm shoot out of it even. Look, as I flick up on the right stick at the last second to shoot out of it. Great move to shoot out of, great move to stun, great move all in all, because you're going to fully have people stumbling off the court with this move, or you're gonna at least get a little stun if they're directly on your hip when you trigger the move. Now the next one is the snatchback. The snatchback is a move that we've known in 2K for a very long time. If you're holding sprint and flick down on the right stick in a standstill, down on the right stick in a standstill, you get a strong, and this is Devin Booker step back is how I trigger this move. Down on the right stick, you're likely to get an ankle breaker. You also can do this in a full sprint. It's been very popular this year that people will spam this move in a full sprint. They're sprinting down, sprint down, sprint down. And you can keep spamming that move over and over again. You'll be sprinting down, sprint down, sprint down. And people have been breaking ankles with that. I've been watching people. That's the one with blur take where they're breaking ankles because the people are trying to stop them from going downhill. Their body is leaning back, so that ankle breaker is more likely to happen. That's why people are getting so many ankle breakers in blur. Because blur is so strong when going to the basket. Okay, the next category is extreme ankles. Now, there's a lot in this category. There's also a lot more in the other categories. If you're thinking to yourself right now, oh, TCat, you're not going over my favorite move. My favorite move is blah, blah, blah. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of moves. I'm just trying to give you all the basics so you can take this and immediately put this into your game without having to practice too hard on it. These are just the basics, right? The one consistent extreme ankle breaker, and extreme is defined as this makes people fall down. This not only has people stumbling backwards, this will move people outside of the entire play, have them looking real stupid, as my guy Fifth once said. This is just, I'm gonna call this a T-stop. To do a T-stop, it's kind of like a behind the back move stopping. It looks like this. This move may seem basic, but out of a sprint, if you're moving in one direction, it's just down into the opposite side, and you don't want to get that. You don't want to get a Kobe White behind the back move. You want to be in a sprint and then let go of the left stick. You want to let go of the left stick after you've already put the input in. So you put the input in first. So that's why you don't want to get the Kobe White move. So you put the input in, boom, let go of the left stick. Put the input in, boom, let go of the left stick. Put the input in, boom, let go of the left stick. That slide, that stop move right there is going to really do some damage. And I had some clips earlier in the year. I know I'm with the excuses now. I had some clips earlier in the year where I was dropping people literally to the ground and their whole back, their elbows, the back of their head touched the ground, everything. But I wasn't recording apparently. So I couldn't find the clips. That's unfortunate, but this move, especially in sharpshooter take, if you spam this move, if they're playing your drive, right? They're backing up to go play your drive. You, not the Kobe White behind the back, but you spam this move. You hit them with the, right when they're going back. Right when they're going back, that will make them fall down. Enjoy these moves. This has been How to Break Ankles in NBA 2K26. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment. It helps me out. It helps the algorithm out. Truly, truly, truly helps me out a lot. And I just appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm out of here.